course, they were all sad. No, it was just pure bewilderment. A look that said, "What are we going to do?" Or, "Will I fully recover? Am I going to be my old self?" I didn't have an answer for that look, but we found that answer in the hard work the doctors laid out for us. We found that answer in the time it took to work these people back to how they were. We had a regimen, a routine. We had a game plan, and it's exhausting, it really is. Not just for the patient, but for the therapist, too. It's emotionally and physically draining, and it just taps you out. Sometimes I went home so emotionally drained at the end of one of my shifts that I wouldn't eat dinner. I just crawled straight into bed, slept the full 8, and then I had a huge breakfast the next morning and came back to do it all over again. But here's the beautiful thing about the human spirit. No matter how hard I worked, my patients worked harder. No matter how physically drained or spent I was at the end of each session, my patients were even more drained, even more spent. It was all on the line for them, so no matter what I put into it, they put in more. A lot more. And they kept coming back, man. They did. I used to tell them they were like a tired old battleship that's been hit and was listing to the side. That's what I caught myself thinking when I was working with these patients. But I'll tell you something just as I told them. They were still seaworthy. You bet your life they were seaworthy. A little time in the yard and they were back at it, no question. They could do the work and make the repairs and get it back. Not right away, but they could get it back. The will to heal, to conquer, to drive, to crawl, to just take one simple step, or to hold a glass of water and bring it to your lips, or to make a simple circle on the tabletop with the palm of your hand. It's a powerful thing, it truly is, and it's a wonderful thing to see. From time to time, I'd catch a patient cheating on his therapy. By cheating, I mean he wasn't doing his exercises the way he was supposed to do them. By cheating, I mean he was going through the motions, but he was doing a kind of end around. You'd try to educate the patient about the muscles, about which ones did this and which ones did that, and then you'd ask him to make a certain motion, and he would go at it like, "Shoot the juice, Bruce." He would think, "All right, I'm going to lift this leg, so let's put everything into this one simple motion. Everything." Seems like a good idea at the time, but it won't take you where you want to go. And that kind of thinking needs muscle education because the patient, calling upon everything, makes every muscle tighten. Here's what I mean. Let's say I want you to lift your arm, and to do so properly, you have to work the muscles around your arm from the tip of your shoulder down to the tip of your hand. You're weak, or you can't get your body to respond to a simple command from your brain. Whatever it is, it's just not working. But then somehow you discover that there's a way to lift your arm. Only it's the muscles in your neck that are doing the work instead of the muscles in your shoulder that you're supposed to be working. So you go ahead and do it that way anyway. You take that everything approach, but it doesn't get the job done. It just doesn't. Not over the long haul. It might move your arm or your leg or whatever it is you're trying to move, but you're not getting any benefit from it because over the long haul, what you need to do is exactly what your therapist tells you how to do it. Otherwise, you're just going through the motions. That's what we called cheating. You do the work, but you take those little shortcuts. I always thought it was the darndest thing, the way these patients would try to cheat on you. You caught them at it and said, "You're not supposed to be doing that," or, "Is that how your therapist showed you to do it?" They would just shrug, kind of sheepish, and mumble to themselves. So you'd go at them again. "Yeah, well, why are you walking like that?" Again, they would mumble. "Because you didn't think anybody would know, is that it?" It's not like riding a bicycle.